Welcome to the Oaks Podcast. I'm your host, Travis Hall, alongside my wife and co-host, Ingrid.
On this podcast, we talk about all things real estate, entrepreneurship, business, faith, family, you name it, we talk about it, and how we do it all as an equally yoked husband and wife team.
We are glad you're here. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this week's episode. What's up, and welcome to the Oak Podcast.
Welcome.
This is our spring break episode.
I know. I even put on my Easter sweatshirt.
It's coming up. I put on my...
Well, you put on your thin cover hat.
I put on
you should plug it.
Yeah, these guys. Brand new brand. It's so awesome. It's good friends from the ski team.
Mm-hmm.
Inspired by the lack of snow everywhere in the country. And at our mountain, I'm sure like other mountains, for the first time ever, we saw thin cover signs all over on all the runs. And they were like, man, we're still skiing. We should make a thin cover brand. It's like, even though when it's hard, we still pursue and persevere.
So we'll link their Shopify.
They created this brand and it's awesome. So good idea. We'll link their Shopify.
Great stocking stuffers. Go get your thin cover gear.
Plus, I just think it's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
and you like orange.
Love orange. And I got a free hat, so I was pumped. Thin cover, baby. Shout out Darren and Sean.
Yep, I love it. Okay, so welcome to today's episode. We are talking about spring cleaning.
So good. This is Ingrid's idea, and I love it. And it's so good.
You know, who needs real estate when you can talk about cleaning? I think the idea of like spring exposes what winter hid and this changing of the seasons, we've felt it. Obviously, came out of ski team, and the next week we have baseball practice, soccer practice. Like,
so true.
What else? Booking our summer trips and some travel.
Yeah, we've been blowing miles like it's our job.
Yeah. Taxes are done, almost done, / maybe going to get done.
But spring is such a season of like renew and like you clean your garden, all the stuff out.
All the crocuses are coming, that we have new little grass sprouting. Like it's very, very much transition. And, you know, everyone talks about doing spring cleaning where you're actually like cleaning out like closets and stuff. And I have felt that.
And purging.
Oh, I'm like, I'm ready to throw everything in this
garage sales start.
Right. But we decided to relate it a little bit more of like taking inventory within your life.
Yeah.
Our brand
your business.
And your business. And our brand Yoked Co. Talks a lot about the areas of your life in which like you do need to focus. And obviously getting aligned with your partner is one of those. But you could do everything in here, even solo. So
my favorite part is that the episode that Ingrid created for us is like 19 pages of notes.
It's 6 and it's in large font. So we won't be here all day.
That's true. It is
but the core analogy of it is like you don't organize your junk, you remove it.
Yeah.
And so how do you even know what to remove? You have to take an audit and an inventory of it. And so if you're not choosing intentionally to set aside time to say, do I want to keep this? Do I want to purge this when it comes to your calendar, your spending habits, your actual physical, stuff in your house? How do you actually even know?
So real.
About that. So
the Marie Kondo.
Yeah. So what's working, what's out of alignment, what needs to go, and then what needs to be added as you add in things. So like for us, the schedule gets busy in the spring because the kids are in different sports now. So we come off of ski season where all 4 of us are together all the time and it's wonderful. And then we're like, okay, you're going to Little League here and we're going to soccer here. And then who has gym and who has ninja? And it gets a little bit more mixed and crazy. And so it's just a good time for a reset.
And like us and as well, like we have meetups and we have this and we have, all kinds of, it's not like it was by any means, but it is, it's spring.
Yeah. And then I want to talk about the parallel of what we're doing at Yoked Co. and how it goes with kind of the spring audit framework, which is, there's areas of your life that you need to be aligned with your partner in. And we're going to go through those exact same areas today. So if this is something that you're listening to and resonates with you, we'll put the link for Yoked Co. and what we're working on there in the show notes as well. You can go check it out.
It's awesome. I'm working a lot on that.
Yeah. All right. So first one, financial and wealth legacy. So this is a good time to say, are we building wealth or are we just staying busy?
Right.
and then like what's draining our cash or our mental energy. And like for us, we do an audit of bad deals, and if we need to turn them around, which we've done before, and if we can't get rid of them, then turning them into something that's positive.
We've done that every single year. Usually it's
Yes.
around tax time. We evaluate,
Uh-huh.
like how is each deal doing? Is
Yep.
it time to turn it into the next deal for us in our strategy? And it's so good. Like that's why this is so important. It's like just because you have something, investment or this or fill in whatever it is, like does it necessarily mean that you should keep it? Is it bringing value to your life? Is it bringing financial value? Is it just intrinsically like a sacred cow? Like we just have to have it because.
Right. And it's a good time, like you're a quarter into the year. If you followed some of our goal setting framework, then you've sat down at some point and said, okay, by the end of 2026, I want to increase my monthly cash flow or my wealth building, my stocks, bond, like however
Right.
whatever channel you choose to do that, I want to increase it by X amount. If you haven't done anything in Q1, then do you actually want to do that?
Right. You still got time, but you better
But what do you need to
kick it in
change?
gear. Yeah.
Yeah, and what do you need to get rid of, whether it is time or excess spending, so that at the end of 2026, you can be the person that actually achieved that. Throw it in the trash, baby.
That's right. I mean, have you binged 9 seasons on Netflix? Maybe you should stop.
Yeah, either get rid of the subscription and save yourself from yourself,
Mm-hmm.
because that'll clear up time and the, $8.99 a month.
Right.
So
That's the cheap
that's the
plan.
first one. I was going to say, what
It's like
costs
with ads.
$8.99? It's like PBS. Okay, so that's financial and wealth legacy.
Yes.
Anything to add?
We talked about it last week as well, but just general, like look at what you're spending
Yeah.
and does that reflect your values?
Amen.
Like it just does it.
Yeah.
Does going to Taco Bell 55 times a month, is that what you want? Do you value health and that's what you're doing? And I love Taco Bell, so this isn't judging that. It's just like maybe you don't have that many cheesy gordita crunches.
You're
But
jumping to health. Maybe we should talk about health now.
but it ties in with financials. Let's go to health.
Okay, health and wellness. So this is like auditing your energy level, your
Mhm.
discipline, your consistency. If you are somebody that does want to work out or do yoga, like how consistent are you doing that? Winter habits versus spring, like you're changing the season. Can you be outside more?
Mhm.
Anything like that. So you're taking an audit of your health and your wellness.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the energy that you want to have, like audit why. Do some cleanup on what your
I'm
intakes
staying
are.
up late.
Yeah,
I'm not drinking enough water.
right.
I'm boozing.
I'm drinking lots of alcohol. Maybe
Yeah.
you
I'm
should.
drinking lots of too much coffee.
Yeah, no such thing. But maybe you're drinking too much Diet Coke. But it's the whole idea
No
is like
such
think about it. And did you set goals this January that you wanted to run a marathon?
Yeah. Have you
Like,
signed
have you
up?
trained? Have you signed up?
Yeah.
Like, put those things in place right now.
Yeah.
Like, do it and sign up. My key takeaway from having done a marathon is you have to have something that you're working toward.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you want to be healthy and you want to get more active, sign up for a 5K. Don't do marathon. You can, but
Sure.
sign up for a 5K and do
Yeah.
one that's not free.
Mm-hmm.
You need to pay for one
Oh, yeah,
because
for
then there's a
sure.
commitment.
And so we're talking about obviously the audit, and then you're going to clean out stuff. So you're going to clean out inconsistency,
Mhm.
excuses, low standards, any of that stuff that you've been carrying with you in the health journey. And you're going to like replace it with accountability, simple routines. If you're somebody that struggles with mental health, like have you gotten on into some kind of counseling? Have you gotten to a group? Anything like that.
Mm.
Like if you want to actually be better 3 quarters from now, like do your spring audit and actually create accountability and routines around that.
Right. Do we have an audit of our personal relationship? Yeah, we do. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
gonna.
figured knowing that was in Yoked, but I didn't come through your 19
That one
pages.
has subcategories.
All right, number 3.
Yes. So this is like your job, career, and your business. For us, obviously, all three of those, we do all of them together. but because we're yoked. But if you're, you have a partner or if you're just solo, like take an audit of your job and your career. Like, is this getting me to where I want to go or am I slowly dying? We do this for our business, but before when we each had, W-2 day jobs, like a lot of it was, is this misaligned with me? Is it actually moving the needle? Am I building in my role or am I just reacting to what's happening around me? We talk a lot about AI. Are you in an industry that's at risk? Do you need to be thinking ahead and making some moves this
Well,
year?
and like I'm gonna soapbox it for a second on AI
I
because
knew you
I feel
would.
like
I opened
so
the
many
box.
you hear people like that are in W-2s, and granted, I'm not in a W-2,
I
but I've been
W-2
there.
you.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
But like I hear people like complaining and fearful about AI. Meanwhile, and granted, I don't know this for a fact because I'm not there, but it's
Mhm.
like, are you a person that's making yourself like AI proof because you're
And
amazing?
you're
Because instead of
irreplaceable.
just like moaning and complaining, like, no, I'm gonna do it better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Or
work hard. I'm gonna
work
show
with
my
it.
people like I know how to use
Hmm.
AI and I know how to implement these amazing tools and like it's not gonna take my job. I'm gonna own it as part of my job.
Yeah.
Like make yourself so indispensable that like they can't imagine using AI without you.
Right. Well, and that goes too for like better systems. Like, is there a way that you can become more efficient in your job with a better system?
Right.
Like, but so you're cleaning out like super low value tasks. You're cleaning out things that are a waste of time.
Mm,
If you absolutely hate your boss and you've hated your boss for 2 years and your boss isn't going anywhere, do you need to look for a new job?
right.
Like, don't drain your soul at the expense of, moving higher up. Like you're wasting away parts of your life.
Well, and audit that. Like I feel like so many people like feel like they have to hate their job and hate their boss and oh,
Mm.
I just can't wait to
No, you don't.
just walk in and I'm out. And
Yeah.
like it doesn't have to be like that.
Nope.
Like you can have a great job that you love
Yeah.
and love your boss and love working there and you do it so well and they love you. Like it doesn't audit your mindset,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
But then you're going to replace that with like high ROI activities. And we've talked a lot about
Mhm.
this. We're definitely doing that right now. Like,
We
what
are.
are my 5 strategies right now? Like, how I actually make money.
Yeah, what do I make the most money in when I'm doing it?
If Ingrid continues to take meetings for free and not ask for something in return, and I do that 5 times a week, am I going to make money?
Right.
So things like that, replacing it with a clear direction. Like, if you really hate your job, your career, your business, where you're headed in those areas, like, get some better direction.
Mhm.
Where do you actually want to go? Because if you don't know where you're going, it's going to be really hard to make changes to pivot there.
Well, and what's funny about that is like if you don't know where you're going, like how do you know if you hit it? And
Yeah.
so like if you have this big dream of doing this and you hate what you're currently doing, change it to where like reverse it. So it's like
Hmm.
I know that if I keep crushing, it gets me there. I'm gonna crush. I'm gonna go.
I want to stop on this one and just ask you, like, have you thought about, I mean, I know you've thought about the business and like one thing you need to like clean out in this spring cleaning season.
Regarding job, career, and business,
Yeah. Just for us personally.
I mean, I definitely clean it out and get better, and I am actively doing it, but less not having efficient use of my time. Like I know whenever I time block, and we've been working on it together, which has been great. But I know when I do it, like I crush. If I'm in
Hmm.
my flow state and I'm like intentional, I'm here. For me, I've got to have headphones on
Yeah,
with
you
music without words. I need like
told you.
deep focus playlists on Spotify. It's so good.
I
But
feel like I'm
like
in a spa when I'm
I'm
with you.
here and like Ingrid's not talking to me and I'm just focusing on what I'm doing. Like I can get a lot done and
Yeah.
I'm really good at what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But it's when I'm like, oh, I have a lot of things up here and I'm like, I need to do this. Oh, I need to do that.
You're a
And so
little
like for
rabbit.
me, like I am cleaning out the old Travis that just goes and it uses my brain as my
Hmm.
freaking to-do list.
I like that.
What about you? Is that music to your ears, first of all?
Yeah. Also, I'm like, wow, we're going to get so much done. So I realized like a couple months ago, I was doing this exercise within like that health program
Mm-hmm.
that Ingrid's efficiency decreases by a mighty rate when I am doing something I love. I'm not really trying to go fast. Like when it comes to reconciling books, writing monthly updates to property management updates, I'm like, this drains my soul. When I'm designing something, like I spend all the time in the world on it. And so it's that procrastination trigger that's made me realize like you are not working in an efficient state right now. And we're just not at a place in our business where I can afford to do that. And so I need to like retitrate my efficiency.
That's an interesting like realization.
Oh, I pride myself on being efficient, but man, you give me like a blank canvas and I'm like become the most inefficient thinker ever.
That's so funny.
Oh,
That's
okay.
interesting. All right, that was a good
Is
tangent.
that music to your ears?
Maybe.
All right, personal growth. So this is good because um we're in an entrepreneurial space, and so this is, I want to say, an easier area for us to assess because in our world you're constantly assessing and seeing what you need to do. But this is like, what are you feeding your mind? I recently signed up for a masterclass and started taking some classes because I knew some of my skills weren't quite as like honed as they needed to be. But this is books that you're reading. It's podcasts you're listening to. What do you actually, what is your intake for, like, are you just consuming crap on social media or are you intentional? Do you need to audit the news?
For the record, YouTube is news.
Yeah.
It's not just 9 News on TV.
Yeah.
Like, so many people don't watch TV, but they watch 12 hours of YouTube a week.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, of just like stuff.
Yep. And so this is cleaning out noise, shallow content.
That's
I'm
good.
sorry, but like Desperate Housewives, it's shallow. And I'm not saying that to make a listener feel bad, but what I'm saying is, do you need to audit it and decide how much time is appropriate for your life to be spending consuming the shallow content?
And that's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm
That was
bringing
good.
it.
I mean, it's so good. It's
I
so
mean,
real.
comparison, like all of that.
Mhm.
And so what are you replacing it with
What are you replacing it with? What is your,
in like personal growth?
what are you removing, and or what is your new input?
Yeah. Do you need to journal some more
Absolutely.
and have reflection time? Do you need to, I mean, like we
Well, let's
talked
talk about
about.
journaling real quick, because I know I hear, mostly men, but they're like, what do I journal? Like, dear diary.
I
And
mean, you
no,
could.
like for me, my journaling, like this morning, journaling, I'm like, my goal in journaling, here's a tip, is a stream of consciousness with like how I'm feeling. And so again, I use the Savers method from Miracle Morning. I try to, that idea. And so I definitely think through like affirmations, vision. Do I do it every single time? No. But I do think about like affirmations, like I am this, I am that, I'm good at this, this happens. Like I do write that down, at least 5 or 6
Yep.
things. And then I write down like, this happened yesterday. Mostly try to be grateful and gratitude. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm frustrating, my journals turn into prayers.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a prayer journal as well. It's like, I'm grateful for this. This was awesome. I did great. I'm struggling with this. Lord, I pray for this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, write stuff down. It doesn't matter. It's for you.
Yeah.
It's for you and your mind opening, that you can go back and look back. It's fun going
Oh,
back
it's
and looking
so
back at your
fun.
journals from like a year ago, 2 years ago, and be like, that's so cool that I was like struggling with that and I prayed for it, and then it happened in. And
Well, and I would argue like reflection time journaling would be a great way to take an audit of all these categories.
Mhm.
Like take some time and 5 minutes for each one. And like, what do I actually feel about my
Right.
life in these areas? We said books, podcasts, learning, mentorship. Like
Mhm.
if you're somebody in your job and you're thinking, gosh, like I just can't get to the next level without help from a person. Like there's no amount of classes I could take, right? Like there's no CE credits. Then go find a mentor. Like, do you have one?
Or if there's someone in your job that like has what you want, like go be with them and provide them what they need.
Yeah. Well, and there's some overlap, but like this also just goes for self awareness. I mean, when we're talking about personal growth, we're also talking about like your personality. And are you quick to anger? And do you have rubs with every family member in your life right now? It's probably you. Like, do you need to go to them and have like some kind of 360 conversation and say, can you reflect like how I make you feel? And maybe that's something you need to go work on.
Right. So good. The personal growth is a big one that it's hard to audit that. It can be, like feel like intimidating, but I feel like it is one of the single biggest, if not the biggest foundational thing that you can audit
Yeah.
because out of you comes everything else.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Relationships. And this one has subcategories
Yeah.
because you really are talking about your relationship within your marriage or partnership, like with your person. You're talking about your relationships within like your family. So not just kids, but your closest ring, and then talking about your relationships with your community. I mean, these are easier, I think, to audit than something like personal growth.
Great.
But are you aligned as a couple? Do you have the same vision for your life? Are you chasing, are you yoked? Are you going in the same direction?
If you don't have a vision, you need to get one.
Yes.
Like together.
And
Right.
not only that, but if you're in a partnership and one of you is trying to make friends and grow the community, like which we all know is expands the community of the greater family, and one of you is like, I'm not trying to do that at all, like there's going to be rubs in your schedule on that.
Yeah.
And so being informed too about where your spouse is at in a lot of these, if you are married, of like, I mean, certainly your marriage you need to talk about, but with the kids, like, are we spending enough time with them? Are they growing up to be decent humans? Are they not? Do we need to do more volunteer work because our kids kind of suck? Like, what about your community? Do you love on your community enough? Do you expect your community to provide a lot for you and you don't give it anything? You're not volunteering. You're not, you know, going to like community days, but you really like consuming everything the community has to offer. And so cleaning out like miscommunication and avoidance with your relationships, leftover time, surface level connection.
Mhm.
I mean, all of those things.
When I think about like relationships too, like practically speaking, like for us, like you should talk to your spouse. Like, did we and evaluate your last 3 months?
Hmm.
Evaluate your calendar. Like, have we gone on dates?
Yeah.
Have we gone on dates that we thought we said we would?
Mhm.
Have we? If not, like, why did you not schedule it? Did you not put it on the calendar? Like, have you? Like for me, like I want to go on dates with the kids, and it was my goals for this year of like one a month with each of them, solo, and I did not do that. We've done 2 out of 3, but still, it's like, okay, have I had quality time? You justify it. Like, have I had quality time with each of them? Absolutely. But
Mhm.
were they intentional for what I wanted to take them and go do something special just with each of them? No. And so like, why not? Well, I didn't put it on the calendar. I didn't make it
Mhm.
happen. And so what can I change?
Mm.
Well, I can look forward to like the next month or next 3 months and just put it on the calendar and then plan around that.
Yeah.
Instead of like waiting for my calendar to get filled up and like, well, I wanted to do
Right.
this. Like, let's just put on the calendar now when it's wide open.
Mhm.
And then nothing gets booked there.
Yeah.
So it's, like actual practical things like that. And
Yeah.
with your family, like, are your family, I mean, is your family, giving you life? Or like we talked about this a couple episodes ago of like, do you need to rethink and reconsider like who you're letting pour into you?
Yeah. I mean, audit how you feel when you leave someone's presence. And are they giving you life and breathing life into you or just stealing it all?
I remember like, I mean, it's a couple years ago, like with our family, my family, and my immediate extended family. I had this like aha. I remember telling you, and I told like my sister too. It was like I'm frustrated that I feel like when we all get together, there's just like complaining, and like the family like thrives on like complaining of like
Mostly about
this.
each other.
Yeah, it just like strange. I was like, I don't want to do that. Like I don't leave like that was so great,
Refreshing. Oh, I loved it.
right? And maybe I know I'm different. I know like I know that. Like I'm an optimist by nature. And so like I
Mhm.
definitely have a hard time with negativity at times. But I left there and like had that conversation with you. of like, I'm gonna stop.
I know, and you
And it,
did.
and is it? Oh, am I always perfect? No, absolutely not.
No, but you
But
really did.
it just like, yeah, I was like, I just don't like it.
And you know what helped you to do that is telling me, and then you told your sisters. I think you had like a
Mhm.
lunch and you told them
I
like,
did,
"I'm
yeah.
just tired of that." And it's like when you name it and you say it out loud and to like an accountability person, it's like easier to say, "Oh, that's why Travis isn't engaging in this like toxic conversation is because he said, I don't want to be somebody who's just complaining about family all the time."
When I think about it with my an old job that I had, where like a lot of coworkers would like complain nonstop about like a boss or a leader, and like it sounds like righteous to me when I say it out loud, but like I was just like, I don't feed into that. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna complain about someone like that I report to. Granted, if they were like a terrible person, okay, but it's amazing to me how fast gossip can turn into slander, like, really quickly. I mean, I think that's key with relationships. I guess bringing it back a little bit, but
Mhm.
it's just key, like, audit and really think about what relationships are great, I need to double down on, spend more time with them because when I'm with them, like, it is life-giving and I feel refreshed and, like, my business is changing,
Mhm.
my marriage is getting better when we're with those people, like, all kind of things like that.
Yeah, and like don't be afraid to get out of some of those habits. Like if you've been in a like mom, like she had been in this bunco group.
Yeah,
These ladies have met for like what?
forever.
Like 30 years or something. Now they've kicked some people out along the way and added new ones in, but like it gives her
Because of
life.
that.
I know,
Becau
but like just gives her life. Like she
It
just
does.
loves it so much. And it's like, are you a part of a book club, a group at work, a this, a that, a run club because it's giving you life or because it's just what you've always done? Are you like doing a weekly coffee with the friend that you actually want to do a weekly coffee with?
All right, and a challenge for all of you entrepreneurs in sales of any kind. You need something for you, not just networking. And we
Mhm.
felt that rub when we were realtors of like, well, we want to do it, but at times we're like, well, we need to do it because we could like business can come from there. And it was a hard,
Very hard.
we hated that feeling. And so I would just challenge you, like, don't just join the club because there's opportunity. Like, join it because you need it as a person.
Amen. Yeah.
We know there's a lot of you out there that are doing that, and we understand. We did it.
Yes.
So,
All right.
all right,
Last
moving on.
one, spiritual life. So this one is definitely one I think we've done the best job about being able to audit and make changes with. Like, are you connected with your spiritual life or are you just checking boxes? And when you're thinking about that, like you need to assess not just do I want a richer spiritual life in general, but then also like what does a richer spiritual life to me look like? Because there are a lot of people that might say, I want to grow in my like foundational theology, right? So I'm going to go read some theology books and podcasts, and that's going to bring me closer, to the Lord. And then there's other people that would say, I want to grow spiritually in my connections with like other believers that are of the same faith as me. And so again, like some of these overlap, but are you connecting and are you growing spiritually in the way that you want to or just in the way that you've been told you should since you were young because that's how you were raised or being, any number of things. So really that audit comes down I think for the spiritual one of like how do you want to do that?
And I think, again, practically, like, look back. If spiritual life is important to you and you say you're a spiritual person, we're Christians, like, real talk, like, did you go to church? And if not, why? Okay. And if not, like, do you want to change that? We'll go.
Yeah.
Like, make it a goal. If you went once a month this last couple, quarters, maybe you go twice a month,
Yeah.
you
Or
know?
I mean real talk, if you're somebody who's caught on to this very trendy idea of deconstruction, do you need to schedule an appointment with your pastor? Because there's a big difference between deconstructing faith and mysticism. And like, do you actually need to like go educate yourself on what is happening within you? Or are you just going to scroll through a bunch of crap social media feeds you and decide you're deconstructing? Like, do you want a relationship with Jesus? I mean, there's just so much stuff out there that I would say, like, you got to clean out distraction. You have to clean out negotiating with yourself, like any number of those things. Don't just sit there and let it happen to you. Like actually go and seek and find them.
So good.
Yeah. What about stuff you would add? Like you said, going to church. I mean, that maybe that's not the way like somebody connects with their spiritual self.
Maybe you listen to a Christian podcast.
Right.
Maybe you listen, to an audiobook that is John Mark Comer,
Mm-hmm.
Garden City. Go
Oh,
listen to that. Maybe you listen to Christian music every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a big country fan. Like, I'm going to listen to, a little bit of Christian music. Just
Right.
like do something that changes and your input,
I mean, we did this with ski team season. Church offered a series, a Stronghold series. We did a podcast on it 4 weeks ago. And we sacrificed Tuesday nights for 5 weeks. And that meant like the kids, we didn't miss a single one. The kids didn't, get to do stuff that they wanted. We were doing the health stuff because that was important to us. So we brought our meals like the weirdos every single week because it was shared fellowship. I mean, we made some real sacrifices, but we weren't going on Sunday, and that was important. That stuff happens with intentionality. Like you have to schedule it and plan.
Yeah, I mean, we went into ski team knowing we're going to miss Saturday and Sunday every weekend, which means for us, church is important, and we weren't going to go for the entire time.
Yeah.
So how do we get fed, and how do we pour into the community, and when we can't do it on the weekends, that's how.
Yeah.
And so we made that commitment. We did it. And so I think, it is figuring out like what works for you and your schedule. You work every Sunday. Is there a church nearby that has Saturday service?
Yep.
That you can go to, or if it's is it a forever thing? Is it just a season that's for you to think through? What does your prayer time look like? Are you actually spending time in relationship with God?
Mm-hmm.
Are you even on a walk? Are you praying? Like morning time? Are you reading the Bible? Very practical things that you can just do to change your input.
Well, that's the 6 areas. Let's talk a little bit just about like a practical framework because I love this. So for me, when doing some kind of audit and then or getting aligned with your spouse or your partner, and then actually like being able to put things into action, not just talk about them for eternity, which I would also love to do, but we're going to keep it like tight and practical.
Okay.
Okay. So
Lead
first
us.
you're going to audit. You're either going to sit down with your person or you're going to sit down solo and you're going to walk through all 6 areas and just do a quick, where am I at? Good, bad, somewhere in between. Do I need to grow? Where am I on a scale of 1 to 10? That's a really easy way to do it. Then you're going to identify 1 to 2 things per category that you can remove and 1 to 2 things per category that you can double down on. That's it. 1 to 2. Do not do more than 2.
Right.
And then you're going to decide quickly. We're going to go back to the 5-second rule like Mel Robbins.
Hesitation is a cruel B
We already
word.
have the explicit one because I think you said another cuss word this episode. It's turning into the trashy show. But I would say when you are able to identify the 1 to 2 things, you're going to decide quickly right after that what needs to happen. Don't overthink it. Clarity comes from action. This literally shouldn't take much time. The first thing that comes up, 5 seconds.
Do it.
That's your thing. Do it.
That's so good.
And then execute immediately. Cancel it, cut it, change it, schedule it. Hesitation is what keeps clutter in your life.
If everyone did that, those 2 things, everybody would get so much done.
I know.
Right?
I
mean, honestly.
Truly.
So many people know what they need to do right away. They don't do it.
Well, and I think it really comes down to if you don't do it, you're letting life happen to you. You're not you don't accidentally build a great life. It doesn't just drop out of the sky and you're like, look at this. No, what you tolerate compounds. So something's stealing your time, stealing your money, stealing your soul. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not just going to accidentally leave your life.
Right.
If you're like, man, our kids are involved in too many sports, freaking cancel one. It's not just going to cancel itself. Go do it.
Amen. That's so real.
Spring cleaning, baby.
spring cleaning. I
Yeah.
love it. Well, and what's interesting is we've been working on a tool
Yeah.
for all the things that you just talked about.
It's true.
We've
We
teased it
have.
for a while, and it's still
Yeah.
a work in progress.
It's like a half completed state.
Yeah, but it is completed, and
Yes.
people can actually use it, and it gives a good idea of all of these things.
Yeah. And it uses this framework and kind of blueprint. And really what the front half of the tool does is developed is helps you get aligned with your spouse in these areas. So
Correct.
it's okay that you have separate goals for spirituality and health and things like that. But when you're in a partnership, you really need to understand where each other are at and have some amount of shared vision. Because when you're deciding to go spend $200 a month on a yoga membership, your spouse has to know why that's important to
Right.
you and can help hold you accountable and can help free up the funds to do that. Like there's a lot of power in doing it together.
Absolutely. That
So,
makes so much sense. I mean, alignment and doing the same exact thing all the time aren't the same.
yep.
It means understanding each other and like
Yeah.
supporting and knowing like, oh yeah, this is important to you and I support that. I'm not doing it, but I'm with you.
Well, and there are times early on that you might have been humming along thinking we're like totally aligned in this area. And I'm like, no, no, no.
Right.
No, we are very unaligned. And those things are important to me. And here's why. And so it just helps with that too.
Well, like right now, like we, I, and not we, I am excited about trading
Yeah.
and like learning, and I've been wanting to learn it. And so I am. I'm studying, I'm practicing, I'm understanding. And like you have zero desire for that,
Negative.
but you have
desire.
100% support in making it work for me.
Yeah. I take the kids more mornings.
Yeah, you just do. Like you're like, no,
And
I got you.
and honestly, like I'm not just like doing it with resentment. I'm working on my growth areas. And so
Mhm.
I'm reading with Anders way more, spending more time with them, like taking care of myself, getting organized for my day. That dishwasher is always unloaded in the morning. Like
Right.
it's just a beautiful thing.
Well, and the conversation didn't start with me saying I'm doing this.
No.
It was, hey, I've been thinking about this and really wanting to work on this and practice, and like this is what it's going to look like,
It's like, okay, we're on Pacific time. That means markets open at 6:30.
which is awesome.
Actually works great for us.
It works so much better. I dabbled last year a little, and like it
Yeah,
was just difficult.
I know.
This year, I'm like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah. So
Cool. Want to wrap us
awesome.
up?
Yeah. I would say, like, to listeners, take 30 minutes this week and just do a quick audit.
Mm.
My preference and recommendation would be that you do it in a journal so that you can go back and reflect
Yep.
or type it or whatever you want to do. But 30 minutes this week, take an audit of where you're at and then follow the other steps. But that's your challenge this week, 30 minutes, spring audit.
I love that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just thinking about it. This episode has gone a little longer than I think we both thought. I will
Mm.
upload, or it's DM me. I think a helpful tool is I'll upload this transcript to chat to get bullet points for actionable items,
Okay.
and then I'll send it to you.
Oh, I love that. There you go.
So
See?
that way it's your notes for you. And as far as like what were the steps again? Here
Mhm.
it is. Let me know.
Perfect.
Cool.
Where can people find you?
I am on all the socials at the Travis Hall.
And I am on Instagram at the Ingrid Hall. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, follow along. We'll drop a new episode each week.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Yoke Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it.
And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along as we drop a new episode each week.